Okay, class. Uh, Last lecture we have covered the remaining part of the chapter 2. We'll quickly revise chapter 2. If any doubt, any query, please let me know. We have started with dynamic and functional modeling, where we have discussed the basic idea about what is event, what is state, then operations we have discussed. Last lecture specifically we have covered the concurrency part. Concurrency means parallel actions. So at a given particular time moment, how many actions? There may be some parallel activities you are running. So we have discussed that parallel activities and how to run with that parallel activities. We have discussed one simple example to show that in terms of a state chart diagram, that is a state diagram. Then we have discussed basic idea about the nested state diagrams, advanced dynamic modeling concepts, and now we are going to discuss about the relationship among the various models, that is related to the object model, dynamic model, and functional modeling. That is one of the most important part we are going to cover right now. So let's focus on that. By the way, I have given one task to you, simple task. I asked you to complete the data flow diagram for. I have asked you to complete the data flow diagram for. Just a moment. I suppose you complete this task. You need to upload the file of the same and the link where I will share. Okay, now let's focus on this part. Nested DFD. That nested DFD is nothing but a concept, as the name said. That the same thing, the same diagram, the diagram which I want to show you. That diagram can be represented in different views and different levels. So that preparing different levels we are calling as what? Nested DFDs. Let's take one more example to understand this concept. Suppose I want to do a system. I want to develop a software system which will help for the hotel reservation. So I'm calling is what? Hotel reservation system. So how my hotel reservation system will be? So this is the simplest example where the hotel reservation system will work. As per the definition, we need to identify first actors. So guest and admin. This admin is owner of the hotel, and these are the person who are interested to book the room. We are calling them as a guest. This is the process, main process. These are the actors, and this will kind of a data flow among the actors and the system. This is what my simple view. This is showing me the simplest part. So I am calling it as a level 0. This is just a common generic view, we can say, or simply sometimes it is referred as a context diagram. So it is a basic overview of the whole system or process being analyzed or modeled. It is designed to be an at a glance view, so that any common people can able to understand what is the hotel reservation system. So hotel reservation system is a system which allow the admins to make the arrangements depending on the number of books available, number of rooms available, sorry. Then guests can able to put a request, check how many rooms are available, what will be the rent, what are the facilities, amenities available at the hotel sites, and based on that we'll able to complete the process for a reservation. This kind of an activity we can represent in a simplest format. So I'm calling it as a context diagram or simply data flow diagram with level 0, initial level. Next is what? In technical details. Now we want to proceed further, as in details I want to go. So in DFD level 1, where means the same concept I can represent it with a one more level. So I'm calling it what? DFD level 1. It provides more detailed breakout of pieces of the context level diagram, where you will highlight the main functions carried out by the system as you break down the high level process of context diagram into sub process. So what basically I'm going to do here, very simple part is I will divide this complex system into some understandable, or we can say I can able to make it up to more perspective, borders perspective. So this is what the things I can show. The reservation process, reservation storage file, room selection process, report to admin, inquiry, then down storage, up storage. Based on this part, they can able to. So one system I can now focus as a part of a reservation process only. सो आय एम कॉलिंग इट एज अ लेवल वन. थोडंसं डिटेलमध्ये आपण जातोय, म्हणजे जसे जसे आपल्या डिटेलमध्ये जाऊ तशा तशा त्याच्या लेवल्स इन्क्रीज होत जातील. सो दिस इज कॉल्ड एज अ स्पेशलाइज्ड. रिमेंबर दिस इज जनरलाइज्ड पार्ट. दिस इज स्पेशलाइज्ड म्हणजे आपण काय करतो, त्याचं एक चाइल्ड क्रिएट करतो आणि त्या चाइल्डमध्ये त्याचे स्पेसिफिकेशन्स आपण ऍड केले. अजून काही त्याचे स्पेसिफिकेशन्स आपण ऍड करतोय. सी दिस. This is level 0, this is level 1, this is level 2. You can go up to level 4 also. It's up to you. तुम्हाला कुठल्या लेवल पर्यंत जायचं, where you would like to go, that will be get decided. किंवा त्या प्रॉब्लेम्स बेसिक ह्याचा पर्पज काय आहे, तर त्या प्रॉब्लेम्सची कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी जितकी जास्त, ती कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी कमी करण्यासाठी आपण काय करू शकतो, एका मॉडेलचे दोन वेगवेगळ्या पार्ट्स मध्ये डिवाइड करणं आणि त्या स्पेसिफिक पर्टिक्युलर पार्टचं फंक्शनिंग कसं होत आहे हे रिप्रेझेंट करत आपण जाऊ शकतो. दॅट कॅन बी डन अप टू different levels. So this is what the basic idea about the way we will move from one part to another part in the DFD levels. बघा diagram दिसते. If possible, try to take the screenshot. This is hotel reservation system, and you need to draw the data flow diagram for counting the words from given paragraph, one page. So just imagine I have shared one page to you, and from that particular page you have to count the number of objects, number of words, and based on the number of words you need to decide the process. Okay, so just focus on this. डायग्राम्स बघा दिसत आहेत का? आय एम गिव्हिंग टाइम. Okay, sorry for the interruption. Okay. Next, this is the level 1. Take one more view. This is level 2 that you can add, and this is level 3. So in this style you can represent. अजून तुम्हाला पाहिजे तर तुम्ही अजून एक लेवलला जाऊ शकता, लेवल 3 आणि लेवल 4. It is good. The good practice is to go up to level 4. So whenever we are talking about the data flow diagram, it is moving from level 0, then level 1, level 2, level 3, and level 4. Means you will move up to level 5 because you are starting with the 0 level. So remember this. In this style, you can represent any problem. Is this concept is clear? We have covered this also in the last lecture. Is this part clear? Any doubt there? Any query? Reply something, yes, no. Okay. After completion of this, now our focus is to identify the relationship among the various models. Now, how many models we have discussed so far? We have discussed object model. Remember, object model is nothing but class diagram. Then data model. This data model is nothing but simply dynamic modeling. And in dynamic model, we have covered one diagram called as what? State diagram. And then function modeling. Functional modeling means nothing but simply remember it's a data flow, DFD models. So what we are going to do, we are going to discuss the relationship among this. So in short, just for simplicity, I am saying class diagram. Then we have discussed state diagram. And then we have discussed data flow diagram. So we are going to focus on these three parts just for the simplicity, we can say. And we need to decide the relationship, or we need to decide advantages, disadvantages, each one of them. So let's focus on this part. Sorry. Now, see, first part I'm saying as a function model. Now, what does the function model? Function model shows what has to be done by the system. System काय करणार आहे हे आपण रिप्रेझेंट करतोय फंक्शन मॉडेल मध्ये. म्हणजे जसं मी सांगितलं तुम्हाला हॉटेल रिझर्वेशन सिस्टम काय करणार आहे हॉटेल रिझर्वेशन सिस्टम. दिस मेनी फॅसिलिटीज विल बी प्रोव्हाइडेड टू द गेस्ट and this will be the things will be available for an admin purpose. So this is what just a function model. Next, the object model shows the how interaction will take place. That interaction part we will able to show with the object model, and the dynamic model shows the sequence in which the operations are performed. So simply remember, the sequence means this will be in a dynamic nature. Time being activity काय होतात त्यानुसार आपण इथे डिसाइड करतोय. ह्याच्यामध्ये कोण कोण इन्व्हॉल्व आहेत तेवढंच, आणि हे कसं असू शकेल हे एवढं दाखवायचा आपण प्रयत्न करतोय. So let's see in details also. The three models come together in the implementation of methods, no doubt. Function model is a guide to the entire methods. कुठलीही मेथड आपण किंवा त्या ह्याच्यामध्ये प्रोसेस आपण इम्प्लिमेंट करतोय. Implementation of a process in general will be discussed as a part of your function model. So next, coming to the process is usually implemented as a method. Actors and data stores are the objects in the object model, and data flows are the values in the object model. We'll see one more diagram so that you can able to understand it. Relative to the functional model, the object model shows entire structure of the actors, data store, and flows. Relative to the function model, the dynamic model shows the sequence in which the processes are performed. So if you able to check out this, again I can say this is just the relationship, what the advantages and disadvantages we are getting. That part only we are discussing. Okay, this is the diagram, basic state chart diagram we have discussed last lecture, and is the railway reservation system to understand the nested parts. This is state chart diagram. I'm calling this as a dynamic model. Simple. And again, in terms, I can show you as a function model. I just want to represent it with a function model. I'll represent it with simple function model. So simply remember this as a part of a function model only. The passenger, then we'll have this reservation system. Reservation system. Book ticket. Passenger. One more action I will add as payment. This is the simplest part what we can represent. Starting with this, need to perform first action as a login to the system. After login, passenger could able to, as a passenger or as a admin login, they can perform. Simply I can say admin login, and passenger able to use the reservation system. By using the reservation system, they can book the ticket by doing the payments and all the parts. So this is just I'm representing. Just imagine this is what my simple function model I'm going to represent. Now our task is to find out the relationship among this function model, object model and dynamic model. Now this object model represents your class diagram. So see, you can easily identify. This is what my function model. Remember this. This is my dynamic model. And now I want to represent the class model. So I'll add one more diagram here as a part of our object model. I'll add the class diagram. I'll give the name railway reservation system. How many classes? The common class first will be login. Second, admin. Third class that I will add as a passenger. And then third class. Next is book ticket. Next, there's a payment while performing. Book a ticket, then payment. I'll add one more class just for understanding, and that class will be responsible for date, then time and seat availability. So just simply consider this part and we'll show the relationship. So login, then the passengers again performing the login parts. Okay, after login, they could able to check the date, time and seat availability, check, do the payments, and after the payments they can finalize a book print. This is what my dynamic model. So same concept, whatever the system right now I am focusing for the hotel reservation system, same concept I can represent into different context levels. So representing that context level and trying to understand the relationship, that is nothing but discussing about the function model, object model and dynamic model. So this is, so object model, dynamic model and function models are closely related to one another. To implement a particular system, all the three models are required to be constructed. After integration of these models, a complete view of the systems can be achieved. Means एखादं system आपण discuss करतोय as a initial level or as a part of an analysis part. The things what we discussed will be represented in the diagrams, various diagrams like data flow diagram, like object diagram and state chart diagram. Once we could able to complete this as a part of the system structure, we can easily understand it. Before going for actual construction, we can able to visualize how my system will be. That is what the advantage we are getting. So working of all these three model explains how they are integrated. Like each model describes an aspects of the system but contains reference to the other models. एका सिस्टम मध्ये फक्त आपण जनरल पार्ट दाखवला, तर दुसऱ्यामध्ये त्याचं स्टॅटिक पार्ट दाखवू आणि तिसऱ्या ह्याच्यामध्ये त्याचं डायनॅमिक पार्ट आपण दाखवू शकतो. Next, the object model describe data structure on which the dynamic and function models will operate. म्हणजे एक बेसिक स्ट्रक्चर दाखवत आहे, तर उरलेले दोन पार्ट्स तुमच्या इनपुटनुसार व्हॅल्यू कशा चेंज होतील आणि तुमचा पुढचा फ्लो कसा असेल हे तुम्ही इझिली आयडेंटिफाय करू शकता. The operations in the object model corresponds to the events in the dynamic model and functions in the functional model. So the dynamic model describes controlling structure of the objects, which shows decisions depend on the object values and which cause actions that change object values and invoke functions. So entirely dynamic part will be discussed. Even we taken the simple example to understand the scenario. If you are remembering, I'll just show you. Okay. See, this is what my entire bungalow, and when I go for my specifications, specific structure view, I can able to see. So this is what the flat structure. This is what my object diagram, or simply we can say the class diagram, and how you are going to move from one place to another place, that will be decided inside the state diagram. And this entire scenario with their specifications and all the what we can say design constraints, this is nothing but what my functional model. Understand this. या तिन्ही ह्याच्यातून काय होतं, ह्या तीन वेगवेगळ्या डायग्राम्स आपण दाखवतोय. ह्याचा ऍडव्हान्टेज काय होतं, तर आपला प्रोजेक्ट पूर्ण व्हायच्या आधी कसा असेल हे आपण गेस करू शकतो. हा सगळ्यात मोठा ऍडव्हान्टेज मिळते. काही चेंजेस करायचे असतील तर आता आपण डिझाईन व्ह्यू मध्ये चेंजेस करू, जेणेकरून आपल्याला इम्प्लिमेंटेशनच्या वेळेसचा त्रास कमी होईल. डेफिनेटली टेस्टिंग कमी होईल. दिस द सेव्हिंग द लाईफ सायकल ऑफ द डेव्हलपमेंट फेजेस. These are the advantages what we are getting. The functional model describes functions invoked by the operations in the object model and actions in the dynamic model. Functions operate on the data values specified by the object model. So this makes the scenario based on that you can read here. Oh, sorry, not here. So what values passenger has taken, maybe date, time. Based on that, availability of the sheets are going to get changed, and based on that the payment values will be get decided. So this is one accurate date, time and number of sheets. Please, while I'm going to book a ticket, the date, time and sheet will play a major role, and what passengers selects out of the availability, based on that the payment will be get decided. This is what the scenario we are discussing as a part of the function operates on the data values specified by the object values. This is the relationship among the various models what we discussed so far. Any doubt, any query? Yes, any query, any doubt so far with respect to unit 2 or whatever the point I have covered so far? Yes. Okay. Before going to start the unit 3, I'm giving one task. You need to draw the data flow diagram up to level 4, means you can have there up to 5 diagrams, and the problem statement is draw the DFD for counting the words from given paragraph. Just imagine one page is given to you. On that page, 6 to 7 paragraphs are there, and your task is to count the number of words. If the word is get repeated, no need to increment the counter, but you need to find out different types of words from the given paragraph. That is the task given to you. Try to complete this, and then I'll share the link. You need to upload these diagrams there. We'll take a pause. Your attendance. Roll number 1, 2, 3. Your attendance. Roll number 1, 2,
Present, sir.
3, 4,
Four
5,
present, sir.
Present,
5,
sir. Five
5,
present, sir.
6,
Present.
7,
Seven present, sir.
8, 9,
Nine present, sir.
10,
Present, sir.
11,
Present, sir.
12,
Present, sir.
13,
Present,
14,
sir.
14, 15,
13
Present,
present,
sir.
sir.
15,
15 present, sir.
16,
Present, sir.
17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23,
23 present, sir.
24, 25,
Present, sir.
26, 27,
27 present, sir.
28, yes, 28, 29,
Yes, sir. Present.
30,
30 present, sir.
31,
Present, sir.
32,
Present, sir.
33, 34,
Present, sir.
35, 35, 36, 37,
Present, sir.
38,
38 present, sir.
39,
39 present, sir.
40,
40 present, sir.
41,
Present.
42, 42,
42 present, sir.
43,
43 present.
44,
Present, sir.
45, 45, 46, 47, 48,
Present, sir.
49,
Present, sir.
50, 51,
Present, sir.
52, 53, 54,
Present, sir. 54.
55,
Present, sir.
56, 57, 58,
Present, sir.
59,
Present, sir.
60, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 66. Is any number correction there?
Sir, 46.
36. 18.
Sir, roll number 43 present.
Any correction there?
Sir, A69 present, sir.
60.
A70 present, sir.
Oh, I have taken only up to 66. 67 present. 67. 68. 69 and 70 present. Na?
Yeah, sir.
I have given simple task to you. You can use paper pencil also, or you can use any free software to draw the data flow diagram. Use it and complete this task. And I am sharing the link on share. You have to upload this task. We'll take a pause here.